Boys, what's good? How we doing today? All right, so in today's video, we are switching it up a little bit. I have gotten requests to put out some good loadout videos, not just specific guns. So I thought I would do the top 5 meta loadouts to rock on Rebirth right now. This goes for Rebirth and Caldera, but I'm mainly talking about Rebirth. Now, these are going to be the meta weapons, so I'm not going to... There are a bunch of other viable guns you could be using in Warzone that can compete with the meta guns, but in this video, I'm only talking about meta, so you won't see me bringing up anything that's Modern Warfare related. All right, guys, so before we get into this video, if you guys want to show me some support, be sure to hit that like button. If we could get this video to at least 10 likes, you guys be absolute beasts. And of course, if you have not done so yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button and smash that bell for post notifications so you don't miss another one of my videos. So with that out of the way, let's get to the top 5 best loadouts you could be rocking on Rebirth or Caldera right now after the mid-season 2 update. All right, boys, so let's start. We're going to start with number 5 and go down to number 1. Now, number 1 is obviously going to be the best possible one, but most of these, they're almost all kind of equal with each other. It's all up to which gun you prefer using, your preference. If anything, I would say maybe the Cooper is the worst one on here, but with that being said, we're going to start with number 5, and that is going to be the STG and the MP40. This combo is nasty. All right, so if we're going into the STG MP40 loadouts, so the way I have the STG set up, this is the MX silencer, 760mm 05B barrel, 2.5 optic. Optic is completely up to your preference, but the most used one is the 2.5. Stock VDD 34S weighted underbarrel. We got the hand stop, 60 round drum mag, lengthened ammunition, polymer grip, acrobatic, and fully loaded. STG has always been one of the most consistent weapons in the game for me. It hits really hard. The recoil is insanely easy to control, and it's just all around a really good gun. That's why it's in the top 5. So if you want to try an easy to use gun out, kind of like the Kilo or something, try the STG out. It's really easy, really fun to use. You'll love it. All right, so now we're pairing the MP40 with the STG. The MP40 is also one of the best SMGs in the game right now, especially this new build that came into light a few weeks ago. This build is freaking insane. It's awesome. You can down people so fast with it. So we got the recoil booster, the VDD 189 short barrel, state reflector optic, 33M folding stock, hand stop underbarrel, 45 round mag, hollow point ammunition, polymer grip, brace perk, and quick. The MP40 is always going to be one of my favorite SMGs to use. They're maybe just like the Owen gun can out damage it just a little bit, but it's almost on par with that. But all around, this SMG is freaking filthy, and especially with this short barrel setup that came to light a few weeks ago, this thing is absolutely nasty. So definitely recommend trying this out. All right, guys, so now we're moving on to number 4. This used to be one of my favorite loadouts to run back in like January, February. We got the Cooper and the well gun.
Watch. Enemy soldier nearby.
All right, so if we head on over to these loadouts with the Cooper, we are rocking the MX silencer, the 22 Cooper custom barrel, 2.5 optic, custom padded stock, hand stop barrel, 60 round drum mag, lengthened ammunition, polymer grip, brace perk, and fully loaded. The Cooper, although it doesn't deal quite as much damage as the other guns on this list, it is a freaking laser beam, especially at like medium to longish distances. If you hit all your shots, this thing just beams people. You can down so fast. I compare it to the M13. It's like the M13, but if it dealt more damage. So if you want a really easy to use gun that lasers, definitely try the Cooper out. And we got the well gun paired with it. Half the reason I have the well gun paired with it is because the Cooper can be pretty good up close, and since the well gun only has a 40 round mag, the Cooper sometimes, like if you run out of your well gun mag and you're still in an up close gunfight, you can whip the Cooper back out and it can still be used as somewhat of an SMG because it's really good up close. So with our well gun loadout, we got the recoil booster, 240mm 43 barrel, state reflector sight, skeletal stock, hand stop underbarrel, 40 round mags, hollow point, fabric grip, acrobatic, and quick. This loadout is built for speed, recoil super manageable, deals pretty good damage. I think it's like in between the MP40 and the Owen gun, but definitely try this out. You can fly like Sonic with this thing. It's actually pretty good at like medium range too. All right, guys, so now let's move on to number 3, the Cold War AK and the Milano.
Enemy soldiers nearby. Taking fire.
All right, so the Cold War weapons in Warzone have been dominantly out damaging a lot of other guns. Almost all the Modern Warfare guns get out damaged or just out velocityed by these Cold War guns. The Cold War guns are always still goated, and compared to the Vanguard guns, a lot of the Cold War guns are up to par, or even still a little bit better than most of the Vanguard weapons. So the AK-47 and the Milano are definitely some of the top best Cold War guns. So with the AK-47 setup, we're rocking Grew suppressor, RPK barrel, axial arms 3x optic, Spetsnaz grip, and 60 round mag. This gun, it's pretty easy to control. It has a little bit of hop, but not really. It's mostly visual recoil, and if you hit your shots, this thing hits like a dump truck. It's a really satisfying sound as well. I just like using this gun all around. It's definitely going to always be one of my favorite ARs to rock. Now we got the Milano. There are a couple different ways you can set this gun up, but this is how I like using it currently. We got the agency suppressor, task force barrel, microflex LED sight, bruiser grip, and the 55 round drum mag. Now sometimes I take the sight off and I throw the which one is it? I throw the drop shot wrap on there for that flinch resistance. The ADS time is just added bonus. It naturally has a fast ADS, so you don't technically need this, but the flinch resistance can help out sometimes. But I like using the dot sight from time to time, so that's why I'm rocking this. But I definitely suggest trying out the Milano. In my opinion, this is like top 3 SMGs in the game right now. This thing hits super hard. It has negative recoil, and at range, this thing is nasty too. It's like on par with the Owen. Alrighty, fellas, now moving on to number 2. This is another Cold War loadout. I'm keeping the Milano the same just because it, out of all the Cold War SMGs, I think it's the best. So with this one, we're rocking the C58 and the Milano.
Hostile dropping into the area. Enemy dropping into the AO. Enemy UAV active.
All right, so if we get into this C58 loadout, the Milano setup is the same, so we're not going to go over that. But with the C58, we got agency suppressor, task force barrel, 3x scope, field agent grip, and 55 round drum mag. Now, in terms of recoil control, this one's probably the hardest out of all the guns on this list. But with that being said, if you hit your shots with this thing, it probably is one of the fastest killing guns in the game. The recoil is not too insane. It's pretty manageable, actually. It just has a little bit of weird, like a horizontal, maybe like at an angle type of recoil. So once you get your thumbs used to this recoil, this gun is filthy. I definitely recommend trying it out. It's number 2 for a reason, and most of the Cold War guns are just nasty in general. All right, guys, so moving on to number 1. This is going to be the absolute best loadout you could possibly rock, especially if you're doing Rebirth or Caldera, and this is going to be the Bren and the Owen gun.
Enemy advanced UAV open. Time to cover your tracks. There's an enemy team active. Enemy UAV active. Enemy soldier nearby. Enemy advanced UAV open. UAV active. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Hey guys, so when we talk about the Bren, It was insanely overpowered when Vanguard integration originally came to Warzone. It did get some nerfs, so we had to switch some of the attachments up, but all around, this gun is still filthy. So we're rocking the MX silencer, the 775 Scepter barrel, 2.5 optic, oak shield and padded stock, hand stop barrel, 40 round mag, lengthened ammunition, polymer grip, tight grip, and fully loaded. Recoil on this gun is insanely manageable. It gets a little bit side to side sometimes, but all around super easy to control. Even though it's only a 40 round mag, I've been able to down 3 people with just the 40 round mag, so it's still insanely viable only with 40 bullets because it hits like a dump truck. And all around, this is just one of the most consistent, accurate, hard damaging guns in the game you could be using right now, especially at range. This thing is still filthy. All right, now moving on to the Owen gun. This is hands down, at least in my opinion, the best SMG in the entire game right now, followed closely by the Milano. But in terms of this setup, it's a fast setup. The recoil is going to be a little bit harder than if you built this thing out solely for recoil control, but if you hit your shots with this thing, it's 100% the fastest killing SMG in the game. So we're rocking the recoil booster, the 142 millimeter rapid barrel. Now the optic is completely up to you. I know some people like using state reflector. I've been using a reflector for a while, but I recently switched to the Niter Model 47 just to switch it up, and I actually like it. It's a little bit bigger of a sight. Now the stock, we got removed stock, underbarrel Mark 6 skeletal, 72 round drum mag, hollow point, fabric grip, acrobatic, and quick. Like I said, this thing is built out for speed. The rapid barrel makes it a little bit harder to control, but like I said, if you hit your shots with this thing, especially up close, they go down instantly. Like, it's kind of like a magic trick. But all in all, definitely try the Owen gun setup out. It's absolutely filthy. All right, guys, so I hope you found this video helpful whatsoever. If you have tried any of these loadouts out on Rebirth or Caldera, definitely let me know down in the comments below what you think about it. Do you think some of these loadouts can be changed to be better? Different attachments, any of that, let me know. Like I said in the intro, this is mainly talking about Rebirth, but all of these loadouts are 100% meta on Caldera. Also, it's just maybe like the Cooper isn't as good on Caldera as it is on Rebirth, but apart from that, everything else equal terms, Rebirth, Caldera. All right, guys, so as always, I hope you guys have a dope rest of your day. If you're trying these loadouts out, I hope you get some good games in. As always, remember, stay blessed, not stressed out there. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.